Hello, everyone. My name is CJ Passioni, and I chose to do my macroeconomics final on how AI will affect the economy. So let's get started. What AI can and cannot do. So, AI is a broad term referring to algorithms and techniques that aim to give computer systems the ability to learn new concepts or tasks and to reason and solve complex problems in a manner that mimics human intelligence. Studies show AI increases task productivity and performance. However, errors made by AI can be counterproductive, and 2024 survey shows a small number of tasks influenced by AI. Um, so how companies are using AI? AI has an extensive array of services, which includes the production of goods and services, which affects the labor market, productivity growth, and economic growth from a macro view. AI can have impact on task productivity, which will look different across different skill levels, and AI has significant impact on technological growth, and AI will have direct impact on research and development, which will result in long-term economic growth. So here are some jobs that are at risk of being automated and jobs that are safe. So 40% of global employment is impacted by AI. That kind of puts a lot of things into perspective that basically all around employment is being like impacted by AI. Like AI is touching kind of every sort of like every a lot of jobs. 60% of jobs in advanced economies are impacted by AI. Half of the exposed jobs may increase from the use of AI. Once again, a lot of AI being introduced into a lot of our jobs and what we see today and stuff like that. And emerging markets and developing economies face fewer disruptions from AI. Low income countries may not totally benefit from AI because they do not have the infrastructure or the skills needed from the workforce to benefit from AI. So that kind of just like tells you that a lot of countries aren't up to speed yet, like how we are to starting to like um, get AI involved in the day-to-day, like day-to-day activities and starting to take over some jobs and really help the country. So here are two potential outcomes of AI on the labor market. On the left, as you can see, is if AI is a disaster. So as I labeled P1 and Q1, that's your starting normal balance. So I did the demand and supply lines. So as you see, P1 and Q1, as you see, if it becomes a disaster, your new P2 and Q2, with the new labor market, your price has gone down and your quantity has gone down. So that kind of puts into perspective, like, if it does fail, it will be a catastrophe. Like, it will have a lot of fewer jobs at lower salaries, which is a huge problem because people, like, in order for we kind of want everyone to be making money and spending money. So so there's a good flow. You want a good flow, but if AI is a total failure, then we're gonna have a big problem with our economy and stuff like that. And then on the right, it shows that AI is a solution. So, once again, you can see the P1 and the Q1 where it starts, and then the supply and demand lines, and then you see at P2 and Q2, that's the new labor market. So as compared to the if AO is a disaster, quantity and price go down, but if it's a success, your price and quantity will both go up. And that will create more jobs at a higher like salaries and higher price, which is just overall really good to have for the economy. A lot of people will be working, a lot of people will be making good money, stuff like that. And overall, you just really want it to be a success because once again, if it's not a success, we will have a catastrophe and it'll be a really big problem. And a lot of people will lose their jobs, and a lot of people will not be making a lot of money even if they do like have jobs. So this is a graph I got from one of the articles. Kind of shows the exposure that AI has kind of been introduced to in some jobs. So and also like just throughout like advanced economies, you're seeing a lot more high exposure in the world. You're not seeing that much, but a little bit less than advanced economies. In the emerging markets, you're seeing a little bit. And then low income countries, you're not really seeing much of it. And then there's just a lot of low exposure in general because a lot of people aren't. seeing these jobs. Like a lot of jobs aren't, employment's not seeing AI yet. That's why it's being introduced and stuff. So this is kind of how it like affects advanced economies, middle economies, low economies, and generally jobs that are repetitive or low skilled are in danger of being automated and being turned into AI jobs because they're not going to want to pay the really low skill jobs if the AI can just do it, which would yeah. So, how will AI increase overall inequality? AI is going to increase inequality because many low-skilled jobs like secretarial work, HR, paralegals, and healthcare records record keeping will be automated because it's so low-skilled jobs that if you can just have a computer do it, you're going to be saving a lot of money, which um that's just kind of the route to go because if you can save more money, that's more money you make for your business, but then it also makes people lose their jobs, which is also a downside. People who understand AI will make even more money because their labor costs will go down and their skills will be in high demand. So that's like the other side. If people who understand how AI works, then you'll make a lot of money in your company and it'll be like really kind of be good for you. But high skilled jobs like accounting or education could also be in danger, which could lead to schools closing, college towns shrinking, and service jobs like restaurant work and retail disappearing because of fewer students and school employees. Like, why pay for college or even high school if AI can teach you the necessary skills? And you're seeing that throughout today. A lot of kids are deciding not to go to college because they think they can just learn a lot of things online with AI, the YouTube, stuff like that. A lot of people are deciding not to go to college and then go work like other type of jobs right out of college and save a lot of money because college is expensive. So if you can have at your hands like AI to teach you something that let's say college is $60,000, you're saving a lot of money and also learning the same things that we're learning. But once again, it's not college, but it's still a different like alternative. So, how AI can affect our economy in unexpected ways. So the federal government spent 1.8 trillion on healthcare insurance in 2023, which is approximately 7% GDP according to the Congressional Budget Office. The CBO estimates from 2024 to 2020 to 2033 federal subsidies for healthcare will total 25 million or 8.5% GDP, and a quota of all spending in private and public goes towards administrative costs. So, how AI will transform healthcare services. So, every industry in the US has shown improvements in productivity over the last 50 years, except healthcare. AI can improve efficiency and productivity simply by automating scheduling appointments, patient flow, or data analysis. If AI can eliminate unnecessary staff, healthcare costs can go down, and citizens will be more likely to seek care that will prevent more expensive interventions. And lower healthcare spending will lower government spending and could reduce the deficit. So kind of going into this a little bit, like as I see, like when you like schedule an appointment, you usually call the doctor's office. If you can just do that through like online or like using AI, stuff like that, it can really help the flow with patients really flow better and you won't have like people showing up at the same time with scheduling conflicts, stuff like that. I think that's where AI really helps with the healthcare industry. I just think that like if you can really implement healthcare into the healthcare industry, I think that would help a great deal. And it can just really help everyone overall. I just personally think that adding AI into the healthcare industry will really help just everyone all around. So going on that, how AI will change healthcare is AI will assist in preventive care and early disease prevention. Healthy people require less medical attention and may increase labor force participation. It will reduce wasteful spending on unnecessary diagnostic testing, and the private sector will be more receptive to utilizing AI to reduce costs. And the companies that are running AI will be trying to sell technology to generate profit, which will benefit healthcare. So AI, like, it can really help. It can really help, like, save a lot of money and with like the testing and stuff like that, and it can really, like, really help overall. I just really think. um, like getting AI into this part of healthcare can really benefit a lot. And yeah, I just really think a lot like if you can try to like stay away from a lot of medical attention, maybe lower it a little bit. But my whole thing is like a lot of humans trust other humans. A lot of people don't trust AI, and a lot of people aren't a lot of people aren't used to AI yet, which I think is a big step with healthcare because when it comes to your health, you care like 100%. Like you want to make sure you're getting the right healthcare. So I personally think like not even like personally, but like honestly, like trusting a computer over a human might be like it might be strange at first, but maybe I think we could see a lot of changes going into that direction, which I think is quite interesting. But I really think in the future it can really help utilizing AI to help reduce a lot of costs and stuff like that. So I really look forward to seeing how AI will change healthcare. So here are some of my sources, and thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it, and hope you have a good one.